When she touches around his waist,
Yeah.
he does bat her hand away. He does pull back when she goes to kiss him.
Because it is my favourite song. It's when the party's over.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, if somebody was just screaming behind me, I think I'd actually knock them out.
There was like 2 girls behind me constantly whinging that they couldn't see. They were like, oh, I always get stuck behind a tall person. Move!
Yeah, literally.
Can we not cross this man's physical boundaries? Now the Outcast podcast. Hello there guys and welcome back to another Outcast podcast. Today I'm not here with my founder, Luke Manton. I'm here with my incredible gorgeous girlfriend, Casey. I wanted to bring you on for this one because this is something that we've spoke about a lot because there are often clips that go viral on TikTok. This is about gig etiquette and how fans treat artists and the uncomfortable rise of just these uncomfortable situations going on between fans and the artist. And I feel like you'd give a really balanced view on it. There are counter arguments for some of these, but yeah, I've got a bunch of clips together and I just want to react to them because there's quite a lot of Yungblud ones, obviously. There's some Billie Eilish, Louis Tomlinson, Harry Styles, and they're just clips that I want to have a bit of a conversation about, okay? So this is the video that made me want to do this episode because I just think this fan really crossed the line. So let's watch this one.
Santa Claus for a threesome with you and Harry Styles. Yeah, can we please get a photo? Can someone please take a photo for me, please? Please. Oh my god, I love you so much.
I wonder if we get out alive.
Oh my god.
What do you take away from that one?
It's just such a weird clip because, I mean, we briefly discussed it last night. Because that is probably going to be your one and only opportunity to speak to that man, to get that photo with him, to have that opportunity with him, and that's what you say first off. I don't think it would have been so bad if she said it at the end, like a joke as he was walking off.
Yeah.
But I think because it was, from what the clip is anyway, it's the first thing that she says to him, and it's just like...
It's like her way to get his attention.
Yeah, it's like she's just doing it purely so he has a bit of a laugh and it's just like, oh, she's a bit, naughty. But for me, it's just like, why is that the first and only thing you really say? And I think what is weird is she says that and then it's straight away, oh, can we have a photo? There's no, like, laughter or banter from her. She just says it and then she's like, can someone take a picture?
I'm straight and I think Yungblud's gorgeous. And, I know you agree. Mm-hmm. But just say that.
Yeah.
Just say you look gorgeous or you're looking handsome or something like that. That's just inappropriate because for all you know, his girlfriend could be 3 people back. It's not fair to put him in that uncomfortable situation. And can we just say, his face... when she says that, he goes, oh, wow. Like, he looks uncomfortable. And the thing that I took away from that is, if that was... the genders are reversed. If a male fan was saying that to a woman, the internet would go into meltdown. And I pride myself on not being particularly touchy about things. This, for me, is something that really got under my skin. Because when we're in an era... of young men especially getting called toxic for everything, and everything's called out, everything's problematic, everything's an issue, but men are supposed to just, laugh this off.
Yeah.
I think laughing it off is the right thing to do, because what are you going to do? You're going to call her out in front of a bunch of people? But at the same time, I want the internet to let people know equally, men and women, when they've crossed that line.
But the thing is, like, going off what you just said about should he have called her out right there and then, my honest opinion is, yeah, he should have said. I don't know, just think along the lines of, like, or I don't like that, or I don't know, just like
a little chill out.
Just something, because that should be called out. Like, you don't speak to somebody like that. And don't get me wrong, I get that he's, you know, some videos that you see of him, he is a bit of like a playboy, if you will. Yeah, a bit of like a flirt. So I get that she's just obviously trying to do that with him. But like I say, if it was as he was walking away from her and she said it, it's still not an okay thing to say, but it's a bit more of like...
I completely agree with you, and that is my counterpoint to this. I have put a clip in of him going to the barrier at one of his shows, and he's like hugging the fans and he gives them a little peck on the cheek and that.
Yeah.
So I get there's a counter argument that he puts himself out there for contact, but there's a difference between a little hug and a little peck. It's not like he's, you know, getting off with fans.
Yeah.
Back 30 years ago, everyone did that as just a greeting.
Yeah.
But you don't open yourselves up for sexual comments like that. And the thing that surprises me, when you see clips like these, it's always artists that don't present themselves in such an overly sexual way. So, and I'm obviously not saying that they should be the ones that get it. No one should get it. But, like, you look at artists like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
She's very overly sexual with her performances. And I think the wise thing she does is she doesn't get close to the crowd. Because I think she would experience quite a lot of it. But this is the sort of thing that's going to stop artists wanting to get close. And if you look at Yungblud and you look at his past with his fans, he's always been close and intimate. And that's one of the highlights of it. The next one, I think, is a couple of years old. It's another Yungblud one. This one was quite bad.
Have I seen this one before?
Yeah. Okay, so that one was from 2023.
Yeah, I have seen that one before.
As much as when that happened, a lot of people were like, oh, the uncomfortableness that this radiates. It's like, yes, it's very true. He moves her hands several times. When she touches around his waist, he does bat her hand away. He does pull back when she goes to kiss him. And for me, part of that is, it's not that bad in terms of physically crossing that line, but there's still several red flags. If you feel someone bat your hand away the first time, stop touching them.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say too. Like, I have mixed feelings about that one, because at the very start, you can see a hand go here, like just literally just on his waist, and it's not like a grab, it's just literally just a touch. And like, even that, like, he pushes off, but for me, that's not that bad, because that could easily have just been like, oh, she's just like sort of slightly touched him. Like, that for me is just like,
that's your warning.
Yeah,
isn't it?
That's what I mean. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that first bit, she didn't grab at him or anything like that. She just slightly touched him. He pushed it away. That for me is when you just sort of like, okay. Then if you wanted to touch him or hug him, as she did at the end, you just say, can I have a hug before he starts singing, which a lot of fans have done before. They just say like, oh, can I have a hug? He gives him a hug. They go off. He starts singing. But when she just fully wraps around him and he's like, his face is like that. And I think the thing is with Yungblud is he does try and play it off.
I'm going to cook.
No, it wasn't anything too deep. I was just saying, like, he plays it off like that was like a giggle or a bit of like, it kind of reminds me of Ricky Gervais in The Office. Yeah. He's like, ooh, kinky. Like, that's what it reminds me of. Like, he is a bit sort of like that kind of bantery. But I think he does that in a way where he's not telling them off, if that makes sense.
For me, in that where he plays it off is when she's got her hands lower down and he moves them up to his chest, and you see he does the fakest, like... Yeah. And you can just tell by his face. And I know a lot of people will be like, yeah, but Yungblud, the amount of times that people are all over him and he just doesn't care... But that's when he's putting himself... That's where he's going into the crowd and he's just like, okay, there's going to be hands over every single part of my body. Like, if you're crowd surfing, people are going to touch your ass. Oh, obviously. God, yeah. But... And also, we all have days where we're just like, don't fucking touch me. Yeah. I personally, when people cross that contact line, that's where I start to lose my head a bit.
I was just laughing because I just know from experience, like, I give you a cuddle. But it's the same for me, like, it just, even if it's like this cuddle, I'm just like, I'm not in the mood for you to touch me, like, get your hands off me. But that's the thing, like, and I think again, when he moves them from his waist to his chest, because he's not a woman, he hasn't got tits, it's not as extreme. Like, he's just sort of like, right, if you are going to touch me, let's just put it somewhere a bit more respectful.
Yeah, it's not uncomfortable.
But then she's still, like, all over him, and then at the end as well, like, I don't know whether she kissed him or she said something as well, because it looks like she said something and then went to kiss him and he was like, whoa. It's like, again, it's not like he's in the crowd and there's loads of hands all over him. Like, she's one-on-one with him, and it's just like, there's no one there fighting you to touch him. Like, just hold his arm, like, do you know what I mean? Like, anything like that.
And also, this is the thing with, obviously I know a lot more about the Yungblud fan base, but this is the thing with virtually any fan base, it's all full of pick me.
Yeah.
The interactions I've been lucky enough to have with Yungblud, each time, apart from maybe the first one, because I did go, Dom!
Thank you so much. You're my hero, man.
Each time, I've let him say something.
Yeah.
So, Camden.
He's seen it. Fuck.
It was just like, what's he going to say? What's he
Yeah.
going to say? The first Bloodfest, he literally nods at me and comes over and says to me,
Easy on the space. Bring out the real space. How you doing, bro? You too. Yeah, man.
let them come to you, let them
Yeah.
say hello to you. Obviously, if they're walking past, like, you know, say something. I'm not being the absolute fucking police about it. I just think with the amount of times people are crossing that physical line, when it's a male artist, it feels like no one calls it out.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's in hindsight. So we'll talk about Harry Styles later on, but people only talk about the times he's been inappropriately touched when it was One Direction.
Yeah.
And that was what, 10, 15 years ago? Like,
Following on from what you said as well, like, with your interactions with him, one of the best pieces of advice you've ever given to me, and there's quite a funny story from it, is if you do see someone famous and you want a picture but you can quite clearly see that they're getting from A to B, the best thing you said was have your phone out, recording, and just hold it up, because the chances are you're going to screenshot something from it.
second Bloodfest?
Camden.
Oh, yeah.
I followed that advice. I got an arm straight to the face. Not a punch. I'm not saying he attacked me.
No,
but I was
we'll
just
put
like,
the clip in.
Dom. I love you. I made that Dom.
Just like, oh yeah, I'll follow your advice, had my camera out. And don't get me wrong, like, it wasn't bothered, because that's when the documentary had just come out, and, it was kind of that whole situation of, you want to tell him, like, no matter if it is, like, how it happened, like, you just sort of say it to him as he's passing. But I think because I was like, oh, I'm going to take that piece of advice, I'm gonna record, so I'll be able to screenshot something, and then literally the footage you get is my face and Just See. I was like, okay. I know it's like a whole section away from this video, but I was like, I'm going to have to throw it because of what you just said about...
No, but the thing is, you win some, you lose some, innit?
Yeah.
So it's like, I had my interaction with him when he was on the way to the Hawley at the first Bloodfest. Tried having one the second time, and yeah, I got a picture of him, but,
Yeah.
like, he was swarmed by people, so that one obviously wasn't, like, a proper one.
Yeah.
You do win some, you lose some, because ultimately, when you're meeting an artist, unless it's one-on-one in the street, it's survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
you know
literally.
what I mean? This next one, I nearly made a video about it at the time, because this was just, you literally see him go like, fucking hell,
Yeah.
in it. Let's have a look.
I just, when you first showed me that video, I just could not believe that was real. Because the only way that would have been okay-ish is if it was a flat hand and she was just trying to be like, I want that, I want this picture, like, this is the only time I'm going to get it. I'm going to do everything I can. Like, yes, she was still aggressive if she had a flat hand, but digging your nails into somebody to get their attention when they're quite clearly busy, the whole day is about them. You don't then dig your nails into them because you want their attention because they're about to walk past you. And like you've just said, you can clearly see he is it hurts. Like, and she just doesn't care even when she's having the photo. She's still gripping onto as if to be like, don't you dare move until this photo's been taken.
Yeah, that, for me, if someone did that to me, I would be fuming. Because I completely get people are going to put their arms around you. Yeah, I've had selfies with people at Bloodfest, and they've put their arms around me, and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Because you're opening yourself up for that interaction. Mm-hmm. But if I was talking to more than one person, and the second person dug their fingers into my shoulder to get my attention, fuck off.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that, in my opinion.
And, like, it's kind of going back to what you said about the first point. Like, I know this is a bit of a drastic point to make, but if that's, say, if, you know, because like you've just said at Bloodfest, you have had people come up to you and ask for pictures before. And I've been there every single time someone's come up to you and asked for a picture, like, I've taken the pictures before, whatever. But if someone came up to you, took a picture, and then somebody else was trying to get your attention and did that, I would be fuming.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, don't you dare touch him like that. Like, he's a human being. You don't grab something like that just because you want their attention. So I can't imagine, like, how you would feel yourself, like, being like, what the fuck are you grabbing me for? Like,
it's just crossing that line, isn't
Yeah.
it? And I get when you've got crazy fans and a big group of people are going to cross that line, but it's the crossing the same line several times.
Yeah.
So it's like that. He quite clearly goes, ow,
Yeah.
and fucking hell, and then has a picture of her, and she's still digging her fingers in. It's wrong. And we were there for this next clip, and I thought this was wrong at the time.
I can't quite remember what happens in this clip.
Well, it's the first bit isn't that bad, but then he does cross the line.
See, like you say, even when we were there, I don't remember this happening.
Who the fuck are you? Fuck yeah! I don't know how the fuck. Oh, he's alright, man, he's alright. Everybody make some noise for the fucking random crazy guy. Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I forgot that he did that. But for me, that's just invasive. Like, I know he's a stage invader, but for me, that's just invasive. He hasn't touched him inappropriately. He tried to grab his mic. Dom quickly, like, de-escalated that. But when he then comes up after, he just wants that spotlight, and, like, he's not doing anything aggressive in the sense of touching. He is just like, I want it about me. But it's still, like, back up. Like, he could have had anything on him. And
Absolutely. If you've invaded the stage, and I get, you know, it's a rock show, like, stage invasions are a classic thing of rock.
Yeah.
Which is cool. The first part, I think I massively respect Dom for going to the security. No, he's alright, let him through. And then he has the interaction with him, then he should be on his way.
Yeah.
Dom's clearly a bit like, fucking hell, someone's just managed to get on the stage.
Yeah.
Turns back round to go towards the audience, and this guy swings his arm around him, pulls him back.
Yeah.
And I think Dom did a really good thing of being like, initially, he's alright, but I think he should have gone, no, get him off now.
Yeah.
Because that isn't acceptable. You don't go up, invade someone's stage, and then grab them. Like, nah. I hope security did something after.
I just think it's crazy how, after everything that's happened at concerts before, that people can still get on stage. Because that could have gone so bad. Mm. Because of how, like you say, he came up...
The security
from,
at the
like,
first Bloodfest.
But that's what I mean, like, it's just so crazy how many things have happened in the past at big concerts, little concerts, no matter what it is, things have happened, and yet they can still happen. And I get it, you know, like, you can't have a security at every single, like, foot of barrier or, you know, whatever. You've always got them on the entrances, like, I get that. You've got security in the main places. But it's still, like, why have you not got backup security at, like, the steps to the stage? Like, do you know what I mean? There just doesn't seem like there's still enough. And like I say, I get it, you probably can't get enough, but how is this still happening?
Yeah. And also, if people, you invade the stage, you take the consequences. So I don't think he should have been walked off nicely by security.
Yeah.
I feel like let him have his interaction that he's stolen off Dom.
Yeah.
And then fucking rip him off stage, throw him out. That is what you get.
Yeah.
For invading the stage.
But that's the thing, isn't it? Like, I don't think there's enough punishment for doing that. Because, like I say, that could have gone wrong so easily. Like, it doesn't even have to be, like, in the sense of something extreme, like a knife. He could have had anything on him. Like, and, you know, so many things could have gone so differently because of that one person. And like you say, like, it's at the end, like, I get it, Dom's a nice guy again. When he says at the end, he laughs and he says, "Oh, someone get him a beer." It's like, no, he should be told, right, you've ruined it now, you need to leave. Like,
yeah, completely.
if you're going to do that, you should then be like, you're not allowed back. It's so ridiculous.
No, I disagree with it. And like I've said, I feel like Dom initially did right, and then he was just way too over-generous at the end.
But again, it's all about that spotlight, isn't it? Of like, I want this to be about me. Like, there's thousands of people here. I want people to video this and put it everywhere and be like, oh, look how sick I was getting up on stage. In reality, it's just like...
It was cringe.
Yeah.
It was super... When he went out and was, like, screaming...
Yeah.
It was one of the most cringe things I've ever seen. Like,
even the people that he gets up on purpose don't behave like that.
No. Is that cool? Like, obviously, we don't think it is, but I'm throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Is that cool that you ran up on stage and embarrassed yourself rather than got invited up?
Yeah.
It's like the people that get up to play Fleabag.
Yeah.
That's sick. You literally have your 5 minutes as a rock star. Oh, that's awesome.
And I think the thing is with that as well, like, when he gets people up to play Fleabag, he speaks to them first. He asks them their name, where they're from, you know, are you having a good time, blah, blah, blah. Like, he asks them all these questions. You have that interaction with him. And think, everybody has phones nowadays. You're going to find that video somewhere. Like, just because you're not filming it doesn't mean that somebody else isn't.
No, absolutely.
Like, you have that interaction. It's going to be filmed. You're going to be fine. Like, but then to embarrass yourself and... But I get it. People do want to be like, oh, look how sick I was. But in reality, you just look like an idiot.
Yeah, agreed. Right, this next one, these next couple of clips are just why I think people should really think about crossing the line with Yungblud, specifically. Some of the things that he stands for, some of the things that he's experienced, and just, I don't know, just...
Okay.
Feed me the lime. She was like, can I feed you the lime? I was like, alright. People have been pretty inappropriate, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, can I order you? I'm like, that is not original. No, you fucking can't. You can have a drink. Everyone started putting 20s in my little fucking waistband as well. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take my clothes off.
Okay, so he's literally said it right there, that people have been inappropriate.
I don't know how I feel about that clip though, because I mean, don't get me wrong, like, obviously I wasn't there, I didn't hear it firsthand, but the way he says that, can I order you, for me that is just like a bit of like flirty drunk banter. Like, they're obviously not meaning that. Like, it is just sort of like, right, you're bartending. You do that to a normal person if you're trying to like be flirty and, you know, banter with the bartender, because people do it to get a free drink. Like, it's like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. So for me, that, I don't think that's that bad. I don't think it's that's inappropriate.
No, that example isn't the only reason that I put that in, is because he says people have been pretty inappropriate and uses such a weak example.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, so what's the inappropriate bit? Because people definitely would have been. And I know at the time he was on a break or single or whatever. So I know there was stuff he did go along with, like when he spat in that girl's shot.
Well, that was going to be my next point, because I was just about to say, I don't think he helps himself, because there's literally there's clips out there of him spitting in shots, whatever, doing whatever that clip was. That was weird. But there's there's footage of him. I don't know if he was taking a shot. There's something happened before, and then he kisses a girl on the lips.
Yeah, but even that, when you showed me that, I was like, because he did the kiss the cheek and then just flip round. But even that was a peck.
Yeah.
It was a little like...
But that's, like, yeah, like, he obviously hasn't made out with her, but my point with that is that, like you said, the way he did it was, oh, kiss me on the cheek, and then he turned his head. It's kind of like, well, you've just kissed her. She was going to kiss you on the cheek. Now you've turned your head. She's kissed you on the lips. Like, yes, that's obviously not, like I say, he hasn't made out with her. He hasn't done anything inappropriate to an extreme. But that's you could easily say that that's not okay. Like, she didn't want to kiss him on the lips.
The only reason that I would say that is okay, I think he should be careful, obviously, with kissing fans, because like Matty Healy, when he went and full on tongued that fan for her first kiss, that was weird. But then they're both in a situation, he's given consent for her to kiss him, and she's clearly given consent by going to kiss him.
Yeah.
So either way, that's covered.
Yeah.
So for me, that isn't that bad. But I do completely give the point of he opens himself up to being in a bit of a vulnerable position where people might take advantage because they see people on social media kiss him.
I don't think he thinks.
No, he bloody
because
doesn't.
because I'm sure it's him. There's a clip, and I think it's in New York. It's somewhere in America, and I'm pretty sure he takes a blunt off somebody or a spliff, and he smokes it. And the security guy's like, "You shouldn't have done that. You don't know what they've put in that."
Come on, no. Don, can you sign it? Can you sign it? You're the fucking man. It's legal in New York.
Yeah, but you know what's in it.
Oh yeah, fair.
Exactly.
And he is just like, "Oh, they're sharing a spliff with me." Like, yeah, puffs it when it's security. It's like, no. Let's not do that. Purely because, like you say, there could have been anything in that spliff, and he's just like, yeah, come on then.
It's his reaction when he's like, you don't know what's in it? And he's like, oh, good point.
Yeah, like, he just doesn't think, like, until after he's like, oh, actually, yeah, that could have really screwed me over there.
I think it is all fun, and with this, even though we are talking about it, I think it's only because it's a topic that is just talked about so inconsistently. So if anything happens to women and female artists, the man is shamed for it, quite rightly. But then when it happens to a male artist, no one really thinks about it.
Yeah.
And it's just seen as super light-hearted. And I'm sure to him, he generally does just find it funny.
Yeah.
But it's just like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing? And this is why I think as well, you need to be a bit considerate of crossing Yungblud's line, because this is how he'll talk for women.
Just because a girl wears a short skirt or wants to get as drunk as she wants, that does not give you a right to take advantage of it. That's not consent.
The song is about me being molested in a doctor's surgery while my mum was in the room because I was behind a curtain. And I never told anyone. I didn't even tell my mum. Do you know? I didn't even know what it was when it happened. I was like 7 years old. I didn't even know what it was. And we were talking about this thing about kind of masculinity. And does that make me less masculine to have gone through something like that? And I say absolutely not. I think it makes me more of a man.
That is such a heartbreaking clip.
Yeah, it is. Can we not cross this man's physical boundaries? So many people that are new to him, and obviously because of the whole Aussie thing, he's massive right now.
Yeah.
So people might not know about it. But for people that do, touch him when he invites you to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give him a hug if he is going to give you a hug or whatever.
God, yeah.
And hugs are different. Hugs are hugs.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
You know what I mean? But grabbing, touching, like, lower down.
That's what I mean, like, for me.
Comments.
If I was to meet anybody, I ain't touching them anywhere from here down.
Absolutely not.
Like, there's no need, like, your hug doesn't need to be any lower than their lower back. Like, you just don't need to get any lower than that. Like, I think what's really sad is he was 7. Like, it's not, that didn't happen when he was Yungblud, and like he's gone to the doctors, and the doctors took advantage of him being a big celebrity and has been like, because there probably are people that have done that, like, oh, you're a popular person, you're a famous person, like, there's fucked up people out there, you know, like, but the fact that happened to him when he was 7 years old is just like, there's no excuse anyway, but do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like, there's
completely.
just no reasoning for it.
Yeah, and you don't know what's happened in someone's life that simple things like grabbing them might, because the thing is, it's not even that it would make them upset. Imagine if he's having a really bad day and all it takes is a wrong grab and he just loses it.
Yeah.
And then he will always be seen as the cunt for doing that.
But like, going back to the first clip that you're showing about like how he speaks about women is completely right. Like, just because a girl's wearing a short skirt or a short dress, or just because she's absolutely plastered drunk, does not give you, she's not consenting.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't give you a right to touch her in any way. Like, I've been through that. Like, I've been plastered drunk before in a club and a guy's sexually harassed me, and it's just like, just because I'm drunk and out of it doesn't mean that you get to do that. Like, I'm not weak. It's just so fucked that it happens in every situation. Like you say, to men and women, like, you know, it's just so...
And that's the thing, that's why, like, I'm not just talking about Yungblud. There is Billie Eilish on this list. And, like, female artists that are... Because often you find female artists are either really small or really big in popularity. So you've got the absolute heavyweights of the music industry, like Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, now Ray, Charlie XCX. And then you're going down towards, so like that Love Cat that was at Bloodfest and Last Dinner Party and that, they're like these rising stars. I just think that everyone should be viewed with the same amount of respect.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Doesn't matter who you are. Like, you just respect what... And this is what weirdly, I don't know what conversation we were having, but we were talking about this the other day. Like, consent is the biggest thing in every aspect, whether it's a kiss, whether it's a touch, whether it's anything. Yeah. If someone says yes and you give them a hug and then like, actually I don't feel comfortable, the minute they say no, you let go. Yeah. You're not just like, oh, well, it's only a hug.
And this is the thing that so many people just don't understand. Consent works into every single aspect of your life.
Oh God, yeah.
You can decide you don't want to do something when you're near the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, you, like, let's get a bit graphic here.
Oh, God.
Like, you could be about to climax, right? No, I'm genuinely being serious. Okay. And decide that you don't want to have sex.
Yeah.
And you should have that right.
Oh, God,
instantly stop. That should just be a fact in everyone's brain. And this is another clip that I just think proves that he absolutely looks out for people that are having their own lines crossed. Mm-hmm. And think, he's the cunt on stage.
Yeah. I was trying to say as well, I just laughed at that because I wasn't expecting you to say that as the graphic thing. I wasn't laughing at it as if to be like...
Well, I wasn't going to say jizz.
I just wasn't... I thought you were going to say something like mundane, like an everyday activity, and then you're just like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. I wasn't expecting it to go to that point. I was like, okay. Just throw that out there.
Any bothering you? Yeah? Well, get them fucking dickheads out of here. Come on, let's go. Hey, one of you fucking geezers around here, get the fuck out, yeah? Don't touch fucking women, alright?
I fucking love that clip.
Yeah, same.
How instantly he clocks it and he's like, get him out then.
And the thing is, he doesn't overreact straight away. Like, yes, obviously he is getting quite aggressive with it, but he says to the girls, and there is a longer clip of that, of him checking several times.
Yeah.
Are they bothering you? Lets it slide, tells security to watch them. But he goes, are they bothering you? They clearly go, yeah. And then he's like, all right, get those fucking dickheads out.
And that's the thing, like, that's why I love it so much, because it's not like, yes, you've just said he asked him a few times, but it wasn't just like, right, let's split them up. They go over there, you go over there. Yeah. And that's it. Because ultimately, at the 5 minutes later, they're going to end up back at each other. Like, he is just straight away, right, you fucked it for yourself. You need to leave. And
he's looking up. He's not, like, he's looking across, he's not looking down. So they're not right at the front.
Yeah.
They're in the crowd. So he's clearly been watching, and there's been a decent amount of confrontation or whatever. Going from that clip, to give us a little bit of a break from Yungblud, I just want to talk about crowds and the way people in crowds can be. Because I've been quite lucky. I've only ever had one situation where there's been a confrontation in the crowd. And even that wasn't really... It was just like... It was when me and Luke were at Slipknot. And... we were right towards the front, and there was a crowd surge. So that's when the crowd starts pushing together and it starts moving like water. It's how people ended up suffocated at the Travis Scott thing. And obviously that was an extreme crowd surge.
Yeah.
But at Slipknot, me and Luke were just like, right, this is a bit too uncomfortable for us. Let's go back. Didn't walk through a pit, walk through the crowd, right? And we got to a point where the crowd wasn't surging. There was just this dickhead who didn't push me, but he was the same sort of height as me. So he was a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
Pushes Luke back into the crowd. I'm like, okay, Slipknot concert, first few songs, people are going to be going crazy. Pushes Luke again. And Luke can handle himself.
Yeah.
But so he just sort of like pushes through. And then he pushes him, like, on his back. So he's being a dickhead.
Yeah.
So I went past and I'd look, if you were there and you saw what you saw, then you saw what you saw. But yeah, I may allegedly might have given him a little tap on the face. That was the only one. But that was, you're pushing a guy that's way smaller than you multiple times. You deserve a little alleged jab.
I think the trouble with those kind of concerts is, like you've said, he pushed him at the start. But for someone like me, I would have just taken that as it's Slipknot. Like everybody's, like the videos I've seen, everyone's jumping around, everyone's pushing each other.
Yeah.
But then, like you say, I think the turning point was, right, you've just watched him, hands on his back, fully shove him. Like that's not just bumping into him or like, you know, pushing him into like a pit or whatever, you know. It's not like that. Like he's clearly just pushing him to be like,
if you walk through a pit, you're gonna get pushed.
Oh god, yeah.
That's completely fair game. The first one, I was like, okay, it's excusable. Second one, you crossing the line, but we'll let it slide. When a man's turned his head to you,
yeah,
like, no, that's out of order, and you deserve what you got. Fucking little
allegedly.
Allegedly.
And I think that's like, I've never really had I mean, I don't really go in crowds because it's just too busy, but the worst thing that I've ever experienced was at Bloodfest the first year. I mean, that was chaotic anyway. But I was in the crowd with you and I was loving it. Like, we were proper close, or, you know, whatever, having a great time. And then people do just get to a point where it's like, I want to be at the front. So they'll push you. So if we're, like, as we were singing, dancing, jumping, my hands are up, people are pushing to get closer. But they don't actually take into account that they're pushing people. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you can't put your arms back down because they're now here. Like, it's not even like there's a gap and, like, I could have gone comfortable again. She was right here, like, pushing into me, and I was just like, at first, like I said to you, I was like, she's pushing me, but I'm alright, like, you know, let it slide.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then it just got to a point where I was like, right, okay, she is now, like, I even pushed her back, like, not hard, but I was like,
allegedly.
You know, I wasn't pushing her hard, like, shoving her back, but I was sort of like, you know, dancing in a way where I'm just like, okay, like, you know, budge back over that way.
Fuck off.
But then it got to a point where she'd clearly picked up on that. I was like, fuck you. And then just started pushing. I was like, I'm not comfortable anymore. This is going to end up in a horrible situation. It's just going to then ruin my night. So I was like, can we just go to the back? We'll finish the song.
I swear it was during Mars as well.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, it was during a song that didn't even need to do all that. So I just said to you, I was like, can we go to the back? You were like, yeah, let's just listen to this song and then we'll go. And we did. And we still had a great time at the back. Like,
yeah, absolutely. If you're not comfortable, don't try and firm it. Just go to an area where you do feel comfortable. Yeah, talking about that, I remember, and yeah, this is a good point to bring up actually. If someone's taller than you in a crowd, tough shit. Because I want to talk about first time we saw Noah Khan.
I was just about to say that's not comes to my head.
I remember saying to you that was genuinely the closest I've come to losing it. It was alright once the music started, because there was something to distract. But there was like two girls behind me constantly whinging that they couldn't see. They were like, oh, I always get stuck behind a tall person. Move!
Yeah, literally.
Like, fuck off.
And the thing is, like, even I'm tall and we were still stood behind tall people. But it was the smallest arena. It wasn't even a real, what's it called?
Academy. Yeah,
it was the smallest academy I've ever stepped foot in. Like, the video is literally me walking through the doors after security and then being like, where do we go? And then you like turn around. Like, the stage was there, it was so small that it's like, you're right at the front anyway. So I was like, right, I can't see him clearly, but if I turn my head like that slightly, I've got a perfect view.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just like, I get people are tall, but unfortunately you can't please everybody, because if all the tall people are at the back, what fun are they going to have? Like, they want to be at the front as well.
Yeah,
it's just peak.
Ultimately, I pay the same ticket price.
Yeah.
It's not my fault you've got shit jeans. Like, No, fuck off. I hate people that are like that. If you're behind me in the queue, you're behind me in the concert. Unless I decide otherwise. Fuck you.
And that's what I was about to say, like, if you are genuinely that determined and that upset that you're going to be at the back, you get there early.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be ridiculously early.
Short ass is camp.
But you do just get there earlier if you know that your goal is to be as close as possible. Because unfortunately, you've drawn the short straw. You're behind us all. You're behind. Pardon the pun.
There's no pun.
You're behind this all person. That's if it's really. Don't get me wrong. If I was stood in front of somebody and they were smaller than Luke, and they literally said to me, "I'm really sorry. I can't. Sorry, Luke. I can't. I can't see. Is there any way I can get in front of you?" I'd be like, "Yeah, right, fair enough. Like, you can't see, and I am just purely in the way. Like, I get it. I am tall.
If you're shorter than Luke, go to the barrier."
And the thing is, I'm tall for a girl as well, so I get it. Like, you know, I do understand that. But if you ask me nicely and you are really short, if you're my height, I'm not going to move out your way. Like, let's just be for real. Like, that's just unfortunate for you. But if you are really small and you physically cannot see anything, you're not having a good time, just tap and just be like, "I'm really sorry, I can't see anything. Is there any way we can just swap happily? Because you're not going to be in my way."
But it's like, I know we've just made out that Luke's an absolute short ass. He isn't. But, like, it's only because we're fucking giant.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've been to so many concerts with Luke where he's looking at the screens. And like I say, he's not obnoxiously short or anything.
Yeah.
It's just, when you're at shows with metalheads, a lot of them are fucking, like, 6 stone, but 6'8". It is going to be more difficult to see. I have some concerts where it's hard to see.
Yeah.
But you know what? Peak.
Yeah. Literally.
Because people have paid the same money as you. They've waited longer than you. They're more committed than you. They deserve their spot as much as you do.
And that's the thing, isn't it? It's not like we pay any more.
No.
Like, it's the exact same price. We're getting the same thing. Like, it's just so unfortunate. And I get it, it's frustrating. But even me, half the time I'm watching the screens. Like, or even the other half of the time, I'm not watching it because I'm enjoying the music and I'm dancing and I'm singing and, you know, whatever.
And that's the thing. After the first, like, couple of songs where you're like, oh my god, it's really them on the stage.
Yeah.
You are just paying attention to the music. The amount of times where I can see, and I do glance at the screens, like, it's really not that deep.
Yeah.
Should we go on to the next clip? Right, so this next clip, again, is someone just grabbing him. What do you think about that one?
It's just so insane that, like, again, people think that that's okay. He is clearly, for me, that looks like he's walking through an airport or walking through a hotel. Like, he looks like he's getting from point A to B, like he needs to get somewhere, a car or whatever. And the fact that people are behaving like that, it's just, wait until he's outside, because the chances are he's going to go outside where it's a bit more open. There's not normal people that are trying to get on with their day-to-day lives that are going to be pissed off because you're causing all these issues. It's like the security, literally, like, you can just tell he's looking at her like, give him some space. Like, he's not £1 billion that you need to get your hands on to win some. Like, he's a human being. Like, yes, he's famous, you know, whatever, but you just don't act like they're acting like children.
Yeah.
At, like, a sweet shop, it's like, right, everything in here is free, help yourself.
And you notice with a few of these clips, the first one, that one, and the one that grabs his shoulder.
They're older women.
They're older women.
I was literally about to say, like, that was my next point, was like, they're not even young teenagers who are like, oh my god, like, this is the first time I've ever seen someone famous. They're older women. It's like, you should be setting the example of how to approach somebody like that.
What, like, you'd want someone grabbing your son like that?
Yeah, and that's the point. Like, you need, if you put it into that perspective, be like, right, imagine this is your famous son. Do you really want people grabbing like that could do anything?
And also, my thought with that was, he looks like he would rather be anywhere else on the planet in that moment. He looks so uncomfortable, and I don't think it is just due to that woman.
No.
I think the whole thing looked chaotic, and he was trying to get through, and he probably feels awkward and anxious.
Yeah.
But the look on his face, if he looked like that when I met him, I would be mortified.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see that clip.
No.
Same as the others. We won't go over the same point, but again, just fucking.
It's just
pack it in.
It's my only point is he doesn't help himself sometimes, because if you're in that chat on Instagram, he literally says, "I'm coming here, be there," and he puts the address in. I'm like, he's done it before, like with the "Don't Feel Like Feeling Sad Today" video, but that was more controlled because yes, the police came up to me and was like, "Can we just film this?" You then had the police, like whatever, however the situation went down. I don't fully know the details, but if you're gonna say, get security there, like if you're gonna pre-plan, but then be like, right, meet me at this location, you've got that set up, like you know that it's gonna be fine. The fact that he does just sometimes be like, right, I'm flying to Australia, puts his phone on airplane mode, and then lands and it's just chaos. It's like, you don't help the situation, you don't help yourself sometimes. Like, I know it's not constant, like he does, let's be honest, he flies all the time, like, you know, going to places to come back home, whatever. And he doesn't put that in, so I get it, like, you know, if you do just bump into him.
Imagine if he did it in the UK.
But that's what I mean, like, he just, it's like 50-50, sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he does, but he just doesn't do the preparations if he's going to say, I'm going to be here, meet me there.
My point isn't that people shouldn't turn up when he advertises something and go crazy. Absolutely you should. My point is when you're waving your arms over his security to grab at him.
Yeah.
It's out of order. Right, we are moving on from Yungblud. Yeah, I didn't realise how much there was of him. But we're going on to some Billie Eilish clips. And this is a clip that went very viral. And again, it proves when people cross the line with women, it goes viral. What's your thoughts?
So easily could have pulled her arm out of socket or broke her arm. He could have even broke her back, because the way she flies into that barrier, if she had knocked her back in any way, she's done for.
Yeah.
And that ruins it for everybody. And you can see how pissed off she is the way she walked. Because somebody else, I don't think, you know, whether the situation, they didn't see what was happening, you know, whatever. Somebody else clearly looks like they go to, like, grab her because she's walking past, and she literally pulls her arm off and just storms off. And it's like, too right, somebody has just completely ruined that for everybody now. And it's like, this is the reason why people are going to stop doing this during, like, stage changes to sing other songs. Like, people do this, like, look at, I know they're, people could say they're not as popular, but look at the Lumineers. He jumped straight into the crowd, no security with him at all. He just walked through. He walked right, he was there, like, past me. Nobody was touching him. He was playing his guitar and he walked past, and again, I get it, like, some people will be like, well, it's the Lumineers, but the people who were there listen to the Lumineers and are fans of the Lumineers.
The woman next to us did.
But that's what I mean.
Fuck
Not,
me.
but even, like I say, he was here. She could have so easily been a crazy fan and jumped past and tried to grab him. But she didn't. Yes, she was crazy throughout the whole concert. But that one time, she stood still and she just appreciated it from where she was. And it's like, why can't people just do that? Like, yes, if you're at the barrier and she walks past, it's a slight... It's what Yungblud did to you. He just high-fives you as he walks past. He doesn't stop and talk to you during a stage change or a song change or whatever it is.
They're literally walking to go and finish a song.
Yeah.
Like, it... And that's what I think people don't understand. And it's... When you turn up, go crazy. I go crazy at Yungblud shows. I fucking love it. But I have never... The only places on Yungblud I've ever touched is his shoulder and his...
Yeah.
Like, his fist. That is really bad. Like, Yungblud hasn't had anything as bad as that. Because he yanks her to the floor.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, she so could have easily... Or if she'd fallen over something else and smacked her head off the floor, anything could have gone so much worse than what it did. You think in that moment, like, oh, yeah, I'm grabbing her, like, I'm getting her attention, blah, blah, blah. But that's the problem then. Like, everybody else who's waiting, who's really excited, is now not going to get that chance. And that could have been their only chance to high-five her. Like, all it is a basic high-five, but they've missed out now because you've decided to do that. And it's just like... My main question is just, why? Like, what is your reasoning to be doing that?
Like, that's the interaction you want, is it?
But that's what I mean.
No.
Like, is that what you want people to know you for? Because, don't get me wrong, I mean, as far as I can tell, the clip that was taken from up above is a girl does then go up to him and start shouting at him and doing whatever.
The security
And
did
it's
their
like...
fucking jobs. I swear they put a beating on him.
I can't remember what the outcome was for him, but I think he did get, like, from the crowd, and it's like, good. Like, you deserve that. You've just done that to an artist who all is doing is, like you say, is finishing a song, walking around singing. Why have you now ruined that for everybody else?
And I agree with what you said of that's why artists are going to stop getting close to people. And this next few clips, I think prove it. People can't stop throwing shit.
Do you know what I have to say about that Billie Eilish clip? The reason why that pisses me off so much, it is the quietest, calmest bit of singing that she's doing. She's not up, she's not jumping around, she's not dancing, she's not, running back and forth. She is sat cross-legged on the floor singing the most beautiful, calm, quiet song, and that's what happens. It's like, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to, because that's one of my favourite songs as well, and I'm just like...
Yeah, no, completely. And I haven't got the clip of it, but when she asked the crowd to be really quiet while she's doing that humming, and the crowd just can't do it. Like, there's always got to be people that ruin it. And there's a clip of Lil Yachty later on that also proves that crowds can't just have that moment where they shut up.
And that's the thing. And that pisses, like, if I ever went to a Billie Eilish concert and that happened, because it is my favourite song, it's when the party's over.
Yeah.
And I'm just like... If somebody was just screaming behind me, I think I'd actually knock them out.
Billie Eilish, When the Party's Over, or Bring Me the Horizon. Look at Harry there. Hit by a skittle in the eye. And yes, when people throw skittles, they don't think it's like a big deal, because obviously it's such a tiny object. But what was it Billie Eilish got hit by? It looked like a bracelet or something.
I think it was a bracelet.
You literally hear it hit her head.
But I think the thing is with that clip of Billie Eilish is someone's quite clearly handmade that bracelet. They want to give it to her, so they think the best solution is to just throw it at her. And it's like, no. You're not, like, I hate to burst your bubble, but you're never going to be able to do that unless it's that situation like what happened to you where Yungblud finishes his concert, he comes out at the end, and you have that brief interaction. You can quickly go, I've made you this, please can you have it? If he says no, he says no, but I can imagine 9 times out of 10 he'll probably be like, yeah, puts it on. He's probably going to lose it eventually. But if you really want to do that, you need to wait until you are one-to-one interaction with her. Don't fucking throw something at somebody. It's like I saw a clip of, literally last night, of Florence Pugh. She's just finished an interview. I don't know what film she was doing, but it was an interview with the whole cast. And she stands up. They're all having their pictures taken, and something gets launched in her eye. And if you slow it down and zoom it in, it literally hits her eyeball.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? What do you think you're achieving from doing that? What are you going to do if you permanently damage your eye? She's not going to be able to act again.
And the stage
for
is
at least
bigger.
A while.
The stage is bigger than Billie Eilish. Throw it at the stage.
Yeah, literally.
Throw it have aim. Don't throw it at the poor girl's head. And stuff like that. That clip of Harry Styles we just watched.
Oh, with this...
Harry Styles, this podcast would be 5 hours long if I put every clip of him getting hit by something. It's insane. And a lot of it is like, flags, hats and all that. And now he's like Spider-Man, he just catches everything.
Yeah.
But like throwing skittles, getting a skittle to the eye, that's peak.
Yeah.
Like...
And I think the thing is that, like, with Harry Styles, with the flags he gets thrown on, he holds them up. Because they're not gonna hit him. They're soft things. Like, yes, you still shouldn't be throwing shit. But he holds them up, When he just did his last tour, during the song, people were throwing flowers. But... they were never on the stage because his stage was so far back, and that's probably why it ended up being that the barrier was so far back, was because of this happening, like people throwing things, and all the flowers just ended up on the floor. But over time, he knew that was happening because it started off as a trend.
Yeah.
But to throw a skittle, like you say, if that's going to hit him in the eye, he could have easily had his mouth open singing, it gets lodged in his throat.
Yeah. And
what are you going to do then?
Like, and you just see the way he deals with it like an absolute pro.
Oh,
like,
yeah, he does just try and move on and carry on, but he's probably in pain.
Like, you can see it.
Yeah.
He fully drops down. Stuff like that. So, Yungblud's just had a bag of Tang Fastics thrown at him. Again, pointless. Why have you bought a bag of Tang Fastics? to throw at an artist.
I think
but
what makes...
it's just a soft little thud, and he clearly doesn't care.
Yeah, and that's the difference, isn't it? Like, if you're going to throw something that's soft or it's not going to actually hit them where it's going to hurt, fair enough, but...
There's stuff like throwing flags and hats and that, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, they ain't going to hurt you, but just the throwing anything, just piss off. These next couple of clips I put in because these are the clips that will go viral and people see the artist as an arsehole. But I get it. There's a couple of them.
If I get hit with one more thing, if I see one more thing on this stage, I'm leaving. Don't with me.
Okay, so that's Kid Cudi walking off stage after he gives a clear warning, stop throwing shit.
Yeah.
And he said I've seen Justin Bieber go on a rant on stage about how people are throwing shit. But that was people throwing things on stage. He wasn't saying that he was getting hit.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi says, if I get hit by one more fucking thing, and walks off. And it's like, yes, they're getting angry and saying, like, don't fuck with me. It's like, you shouldn't really be doing that if you're a professional. But I rate it.
But ultimately, like, say he's giving you the warning, if you're then going to do it, you've ruined it. I'd walk off.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. I've told you not to do it. You've carried on doing it. Like, yes, it's not everybody. It's not somebody that's up there doing it. It's all down here. But I'm not here to be fucking throwing things out. I'm not in medieval times where I'm having tomatoes thrown at me. Like,
there's a great clip of Liam Gallagher in the early days of Oasis. And he was like, whoever threw the fucking boot on this stage, come up here and I'll slap you into the crowd. And apparently he waited like in the lobby area for someone to walk out with one shoe. This one was what we were talking about where the crowd just can't be quiet.
oh,
This is Lil Yachty pausing his show to give a minute's silence for Juice WRLD.
oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up! Hold that nigga right there!
I've actually got goosebumps from that. Like, I've never seen that clip before. Good, call him out like that. He's asked you to do. If you cannot be quiet for 1 minute, you have got issues.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you have.
Also, if you're going to a Lil Yachty concert, I guarantee you fucking love Juice WRLD. So, why on earth you can't just do the minute silence,
Literally.
man? Like, if he's doing a minute silence for him, he clearly cared for him. Have respect for that artist.
I mean, if you cannot be quiet for a minute, not doing something, scroll Instagram.
Yeah.
It's a minute. Volume down, scroll through Instagram. It's a minute.
Whisper to your friends. The audience aren't going to hear it.
It's just how quickly they make that sound or whatever they shout, and he is like, shut the fuck up. And it's just like, yeah, he's asked you to do one simple task. Why can't you do it?
Yeah. And this next one is, again, fans crossing that physical line. This is Louis Tomlinson getting his shirt ripped
I can
off.
already see his nipples out. See that he's like joking because look at his face there, like he's literally pointing at him and smiling. Like, yes, it is still, you've just ripped an item of his clothing and it's still not okay because you've just undressed somebody, but ultimately it's a grey vest. Like, you know, it probably wasn't just one person, it was all the hands on him. It's still not okay, but you can clearly see that he's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
When artists are getting grabbed to that extent that their clothing is getting ripped off them, nah, that's not okay.
No, it's not okay, but like you can clearly see he doesn't want that confrontation. He is just like, because he literally looks like he's pointing at him and goes, you little shit.
Yeah.
Like...
And that's the thing, artists can take things well. There's things that people do in the crowd that they shouldn't do, but artists are like, you know what, I respect that.
Yeah.
And that's what gives energy to live music. I'm absolutely down for having fun and, you know, take risks. Yeah, that, for me, I wouldn't do it.
Oh, God, no, I wouldn't do it. And like I was saying, I'm not saying it's okay, but you can clearly see that he isn't like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, you know.
And the last clip is a complete change of subject, but it does fit into gig etiquette. And first of all, I want to talk about this because I'm sick to death of it, especially at festivals. People who take their camp chair into the arena and into a decent spot in the crowd. So we took our camp chairs into Download Arena. Do you know where we sat?
Right at the back, on the
Up
hill.
top. Up on the hill by the Ferris wheel.
In the biggest space, but like we were walking for ages until we were like, right, there's a big enough gap here. We're not going to be in anybody's way. I'm going to sit
We
here.
sat in a place where if people are sat behind us on the floor, they've chosen to.
Yeah.
And everyone that was there was sat on camp chairs. I'm not opposed to people doing that. In fact, I agree with it.
Yeah.
Take a camp chair, it's fucking boiling.
But
Like,
that's the thing, like, the reason why I took... Because I think it was just me that took the camp chair. I think you sat on the floor.
No, I did take it, but I binned it afterwards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, for me, the reason behind me taking it was because it was an act that I wasn't, like... I didn't know their music.
Yeah.
I was just sort of like, oh, yeah, I'll come and I'll have a look. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not enjoying this. I'm just going to sit here and I'll still be with you and we'll get food, we'll get drinks, whatever. But I'm not going to be up dancing because I don't know who they are.
But it's the people that go towards the front and they're just like, right, yeah, I want to see the headliner in this spot. I'm setting down my camp chair for the day. And it's just like, you selfish motherfucker.
But that goes back as well to the girl that we saw, I think it was Bloodfest year 1. She was stood in front of me first and, like, you know, all the support acts were on. And then Yungblud came out and she was up for approximately one song and then she sat on the floor. And I was like,
yeah, no chair, just sat on the floor.
Yeah, just sat on the floor and I was like, right, okay, like maybe she's been stood up all day, like she needs just like 5 minutes to sit on the floor, fine, fair enough. But she was sat down for ages. And we were all like, and it got to a point where I was like, well, I'm not going to not have fun now because she's chosen to sit in the worst place possible. So me and all the people around her were dancing and obviously our feet are going to be like pinching her and, you know, kicking her, like not intentionally, obviously, but we're moving. And she literally gives us the dirtiest look ever. And I just felt like going, you chose to sit down. Nobody's asked you to sit down. Nobody's told you need to sit down. You've just literally sat down on the floor.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen. If you want to sit down, go away.
But the reason I put this next clip in is the worst I saw it was when I went to see President at their first show at Download. So I knew people would do it, but I didn't know to the extent. Like, it was insane. It was President's first show. They're an exciting new band. People wanted to get close. I'm going to show you the size of the crowd around that tent.
It's not a bit of me, that.
Look at the fucking size of that crowd.
The thing is, I mean, it's still not okay if it's one person, but it's not as bad if it's one person sat down on a camp chair. But like you've just said, if it's you and 6 of your mates and you've all got camp chairs, what is the point?
Yeah.
Why are you there? Why are you not sat outside just listening to it?
And the fact that there were people that went there that, like, you look at that massive crowd, so many of them are, like, up and standing.
Yeah.
If you're sitting on your chair and you just want to listen to the music, you be the one outside.
Yeah.
Let us, who want to have fun, be in there. And I luckily got an okay spot. But I went, like, an hour early.
Yeah.
Like, and do you know what? Didn't take a fucking chair. Stood up like a man.
Even the people that have medical conditions and they need their camp chairs, if they sit down, they go out, they sit at the back, they move, they don't just be like, right, okay, I need to sit down, let me prop my chair up, right.
At that tent, there's an accessibility area.
Yeah.
So there's literally the platform. Yeah, it's at the back, but, you know, sorry guys, but, like, it's in a tent. It's not like an arena where you can have, you know, different places where it's closer and that. But you're getting a better view than so many people are on the outside. Mm-hmm. But that's not my problem. I've seen people that need to sit down, obviously sit down. That's what accessibility is for.
Yeah.
But it's the people, it's a bunch of lads sat down on fucking camp chairs in already a tight space that's going to attract a lot of people. Stop being so selfish.
Yeah. That goes back to that girl that I just was talking about that sat in front of me. Like, if she needed to sit down, like, for any medical condition, fine, fair enough, I'm not judging her for that. But you don't just sit where you are. You don't just be like, oh, okay, right, I need to sit down now.
Yeah. No.
You say, like, oh, excuse me, like, I need to get out because I need to sit down, whatever.
You should leave a festival knackered.
And if you are in that situation where it's like, right, okay, I've got a medical condition, I'm going to need to sit down at some point, and you know it's going to be a big crowd, for me personally, don't go to the front, because if you need to leave, you're going to take such a long amount of time to get out that you're probably going something's probably going to happen that way worse than what it was if you just stayed towards the back. And I know that might be a selfish thing to say because you're not going to get the view that you want, you're not going to get the space that you want, but unfortunately it's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
And perfect final words from that. I wanted to chuck that in at the end because that's one of my biggest pet peeves. So this has been less about gig etiquette, just more how you treat artists.
Yeah.
Because gigs I often find once the gig's going, like, yeah, people whinge about tall people use their camp chairs, but often I don't care if people look like they're not having a good time. I am.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. But yeah, guys, when you go into gigs, when you're having interactions with artists, behave. Like,
show a bit of damn respect.
Or yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like they're just people like us. Despite how some celebrities love to act, they are just people like us, and they deserve the same amount of respect. So yeah, that was a good one. That was a good in-depth chat about people being arseholes. Thank you for joining me on this one.
That's all right. Thanks for having me.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of the video, and also go and check out Casey's channel. Go and get her to above 100 subscribers, and hopefully you'll upload this year, surely.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, we've got download this year.
Yeah, the download and maybe another Bloodfest. Right, take care.
Bye.